What's going on, traders? Day 2 of live trading. Made 4 trades today. 2 winners, 1 break even, and 1 loser. And gonna do a little recap on all 4 trades. So the first trade was on Disney, DIS. And it was a pretty quick, or I took the trade pretty early, I should say. And this was the first losing, or the only losing trade was the first trade. So as you can see right here, I went long. Let me show you on the Thinkorswim charts. So as you can see, I went long right here, and I got stopped out down here. And let me show you what I was thinking on the Thinkorswim charts. Or let me show you my thought process, I should say, and what I saw using the Thinkorswim charts. So here we go. Here is the Disney chart. Go ahead and fix it for you. So like I said, as y'all saw, I took the trade pretty early at about, what time is that? About 9:42 market time. And it was a losing trade. So the reason why I took it is because, take this off really quick. Okay, no, I'll just leave it for now. So the reason I took it, I got in on this candle right here. This was the entry candle, this hammer. The reason why I got into it is because we had this support right here, or this area of resistance, or so I thought. It's previous resistance in the pre-market, as you can see, and I saw this candle reject the area, and I went long once we broke the high of this candle. As you can see right here, we broke the high of the previous candle, the hammer, which was the signal, and I went long at 136.90. Yeah, 136.90. Yeah, 136.91. And stop loss below, 2 cents below the low of the signal, and got stopped out. This was a pretty, of course, hindsight's 20/20, but right when I entered the trade, I regretted it. I felt like I rushed it, and the setup wasn't really even that good anyways, just going up based off of pre-market support, resistance, pre-market, in this case, pre-market resistance right here, which was what I was hoping would turn into support. And I mean, it could have, of course, if it would have worked, I would have been thinking it was a good trade. But right when I got in, I kind of was like, I'm not expecting anything. I wasn't expecting it to be anything big once I entered it. I was just kind of hoping to break even, if anything. But I ended up getting stopped out, and that was the first trade. The first trade was a loser, so I lost, actually. Let me see. Okay, right here. So as you can see, I lost $42.97 on the first trade, which was a long. And then you guys can see these other trades I'll get into right now. So let me bring this over here. Next trade was Nvidia. Nvidia was the second trade of 4, and this was a break-even trade. As you can see, I shorted it right here. Saw a hammer at previous resistance, or not a hammer, I should say, a shooting star doji, and shorted at the break of the low. Ended up getting a nice move, actually. And so once we got this nice move, I moved my stop loss from its original right here to break even, and that's how, of course, I ended up breaking even. I just moved my stop loss to my entry and ended up breaking even. So let's bring up the Thinkorswim chart. NVIDIA. And so yeah, this was my reasoning right here. Kind of like yesterday's trade on NVIDIA, pre-market, using the pre-market high. Well, yesterday I used the pre-market low, so using the extremes of the pre-market was the case with this one. I used the high, and I saw we got a rejection in that area, decided to short. If I would have lost, it wouldn't have been too big of a loss. It would have been like a 30-cent loss. And so I ended up shorting. We got a nice move, immediate follow through, but after that, we just started kind of climbing back up. And I thought we were for sure, after this candle right here, this big shooting star type of candle, I thought we were going to drop, but just never did. And so I ended up stopping out at break even. Third trade, go ahead and leave that up. Third trade was on Disney. So at this point, I'm still down $42.97. And this trade, let's go back to Disney. I should actually, there we go, that's better. So second trade on Disney was right here. I ended up shorting previous resistance, got the hammer, and shorted at the break of low, the break of the low of this candle. And the way I took profit, you see I could basically bottom ticked it right there, was due to my 2-to-1 risk to reward. So what that means is, I'll show you on Thinkorswim because it's better, of course. So there are multiple factors that went in on this this trade. As you can see, I have the Fibonacci up, and that'll be one of them. So the first one being, we got a hammer that was at resistance. Or I keep saying hammer, but it's a shooting star. The shooting star is the bearish formation of this candlestick, and the hammer is the bullish. So we got a shooting star at previous resistance. As you can see, we had a little zone right here with 1 touch, 2 touches, and then here we had the third touch. We also had a 618 retracement of this initial move right here. And so with that 618 retracement move, and the resistance, as well as the candle, that gave me enough confirmation to go ahead and take the trade. And so it was a 2-to-1 risk to reward. And so what that means is that you can see at the top left, go ahead and take a look at the top left, the high was 137.24 of the entry candle, the signal candle, and the low was 137.09. So I got in at 137.07 with a stop loss at 137.26. Now that's a 19-cent gap. If I'm doing my math correctly, just off the top, and yet it is a 19-cent gap. So 2-to-1 would mean that my profit target would be at 38 cents. And so that's basically what we did. What I set it at. I got in at 137.07, looked for a 38-cent gain, and that's basically what I got right here. As you can see, 38 cents. Pull it up on the right here. As you can see, entered 137.07, short, exit, covered at 136.67. So this is actually a 40-cent gain, and that, as you can see on here, basically wiped out my first loss on Disney, which was pretty good because now I'm at break even. It's a fresh start, as if nothing ever happened, aside from commissions, of course. So the fourth and final trade was on Roku. Now Roku was very volatile today, moving very like I said, volatile. It was moving fast, and so I said to myself, this stock is moving fast, I have to be careful, I have to take profits quick, and that's what I did. the reason why I got into it, I'll show you right here. Bring up Roku. So looking at Roku, I see resistance right here. You got the zone of resistance, and I saw that we had this candle. We had basically it was the trend was kind of gassed out, and it was right at the high of the day. So I decided to take a short once we broke this candle. I believe it was this candle right here, 122.78. So 2 cents below there. $122.84 is where I got filled. Okay, it might have been this candle. Let me see. Off the top of my head. Okay, so yes, it was this candle right here. That was the signal candle, basically, that showed the first signs of weakness. And so I set my stop loss at the high of the candle, 2 cents above. So 123.47 was my stop loss, and then I entered at 122.84. So that was about like an 80 cent stop loss, I believe. Let me see, I'm not doing the math right now. Let me get my phone out. 123.47 minus 122.84. So it's a 63 cent stop loss. And so doing that multiplied by 2, I was looking for $1.26, $1.26 profit, and I ended up getting it. But the stock was moving so fast. I had my profit target at 58. I had my profit target at 58, 121.58, but the stock was moving so fast that I didn't even get filled at 58. I got filled at 75. So you do the math, that's like a good $18 of profit for me right there. That I got kind of, I'm not gonna say screwed over, but just because the stock was moving so fast, I didn't get filled at where I exactly wanted to. But hey, I made up everything and some, as you can see, $109, and that left me on the day green, plus $103, which is another $100 day. And just me starting out, that's awesome for me. As you can see, 106 was the realized profit today. So of course, after commissions, I took 4 trades. So with CMEG, 295 going one way, 295 exiting. So you do the math, it's about $6 a trade. 4 trades, $24. So I made about $82 today, and that'll take in effect tomorrow. But yeah, that's it basically. Another good day trading. Started off pretty slow with a loss and then a break-even trade, but then started picking it up with those 2 winners in Disney and of course Roku being the biggest one. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this stuff, and like I said, I hope to do big things. It feels great to actually be trading now, because I had been paper trading on and off, and it just got old. It didn't mean anything to me. Like, it's like if I win, it's like whatever. It's nothing. There's nothing to be proud of because it's no real money. But if you lose, you don't feel anything because you're not even risking any money at all. So yeah, but yeah, the way I trade, like I said, just like to keep it simple. You see, I just pure price action, no indicators. The only indicator I guess you could say would be Fibonacci, if you want to consider that an indicator. But other than that, just looking at the price, candlesticks, and that's really it. Just keep it simple, man. That's really it. Sure, you're not going to win all of them, but as long as you're managing your risk and you're letting your winners ride for a good amount, or you're just following your plan to a T, you'll be all good. And that's really what it all comes down to for me, especially just starting out, you know. Looking back on Roku, of course there's always ways to get better, and Roku is no different. As you see, if I would have held just a little, like about an hour longer, you see that dip. I left about $200 on the table, but of course that's hindsight, you know. For all I know, this could have been the start. This green candle, this huge engulfing green candle, could have been the start of a of a new high today. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you never want to look at stuff in hindsight and be like, oh, I could have held on to this, or oh, I should have exited here, not there. Oh, I shouldn't have taken profits. No, because if it's part of your plan, which this was, I took a 2-to-1 risk to reward and I hit my 2-to-1 profit. So that's the plan. Took it and ran. And of course, this time it shows that I got out too early, but maybe next time the stock doesn't continue to trend. Maybe it totally reverses and just goes parabolic, you know. So I have no regrets on how I traded Roku today, not a single one, and that's how it should be. You're not supposed to be going off of hindsight, because hindsight is 20/20, and that's just not a good way to look at the market, you know, and your trading. So yeah, like I said, another green day. Happy to do it, and tomorrow's Friday. Today is August the 8th, 2019. Tomorrow's gonna be Friday, and I hope to close out the week on another green day. And yeah, we'll see how it goes.